Hello everyone, this is Div the Sunny Panda, and I'm here today to explain what's new in Startup Company Beta 17. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. This update came out around 12 hours back. I was asleep, so I'm sorry for the delay in the video, but let's take a look at everything new in this beta. To start things off, there are a few UI updates. A product has been renamed to website because the developer said this in one of the older devlogs that it was pretty clear that from the starting, startup company is about creating websites, not actual products, and now it's just clearer. You also have random events, but we'll get to that later, so you can ignore this right now. Let me start with the first change mentioned by the developers. So one of the major changes, and this is mainly to help in the early game when you don't have managers, is a queue system. You can turn it on into a queue system, or you can repeat a single module. If you turn it into a queue system, you can queue up multiple components to be built one after the other, and once it gets to the end, you can queue them up again. Or you can turn it back to the repeater option, and by default, the way you know it to work, it'll keep building the default module. Now late game it doesn't matter because, like Alma Shaw, when you have managers manage the employees on their own, and they prioritize on what modules to build, what to concentrate on. But early game, when you don't have managers, this would be really helpful, and I'm glad there's a queue system now in place for all your staff members. It isn't specific developers, it is available on all staff members. The next thing that's new is random events. Currently there are 4 kinds of random events included within the game. Viral boost, which currently is happening to my website. PandaTube is currently going viral. Viral boost just generates lots of new users and a lot of buzz about our product, about our website. Viral boost only happens when we have more than 70% satisfaction, so you got to keep that in mind. If you have less than 70% satisfaction, the viral boost random event won't occur. All random events only occur once you have more than 100k users. So if you have below 100k users, the random events won't occur. You also have another random event where other companies try to poach your employees. So here I have Och, who has offered Lydia Olsen a significantly higher salary, so they want to poach her here. We can either deny her the wish to raise the offer with the bonus, which means she will end up quitting and going to the other company, or we can accept it. So let's accept. We have given her a bonus, but she will stick on with our company. She isn't going to go anywhere else, and I think that's a good mechanic added, so that you can't just leave the game open and running. You have to keep an eye on your employees, their demands. And there's also 2 other types of viral events which we didn't showcase here. There's DDoS attack, which is a denial of service attack, which will probably cripple your servers, as that's an attack meant to cripple service and deny service to other users. And there's employee decisions. Employees will want to raise or quit, like we saw poaching, but there's also going to be demands from employees to get higher pay or they'll walk out. So I think that's a really interesting mechanic that's been added to the game. I can't wait to see what kind of random events the developers continue to add in the future, but for now you have these 4 random events. Another new feature with this beta update is you now know your ad contracts have ended, and that you need to reschedule the slot with another ad contract. This is really helpful. As you may have seen in my playthrough, sometimes my sales executives were sitting awaiting instructions, and I wasn't aware that the contract has ended. So now when you look at this, you can click here. It brings up the employee just by clicking on this notification. You can see which ads are available. Maybe you want something new, just get rid of it and have a new contract up and running instantly. This is a really I didn't see anybody asking for this, but this is a really nice feature to have. It just makes things easier to manage. You can maximize your profits. It's not like I need any more profits if you've been following my playthrough, but you can maximize your profits by knowing when the ad ends and immediately scheduling ads to run from the the next day without a lot of downtime. So these are the features that are new and highlighted within this update. There's a lot of other small UI updates. There's also a high score feature that comes through once you finish a game. Sadly, I haven't finished a game yet. This is my first playthrough of Startup Company, so I can't really show that here. But basically, once you've completed everything there is to do in Startup Company, you'll be rewarded with a high score, which lets you measure yourself up against other CEOs playing the game. Once this feature is up and running, the most seasoned CEOs will be able to earn bragging rights by posting their highest score. So it'll be like a report of how you did with your startup company, sort of, and you can compare your score with others, which is pretty nice. I like that there's something to brag about at the end of your startup company playthrough. Apart from that, there's been a lot of new features that have been bundled into the previous small beta updates. You can catch up with that in my What's New in Beta 17 and What's New Beta 17.6 videos. That's it for this beta. I look forward to the next update and all the features that it brings forward. And as always, my startup company playthrough will continue, so tune in to see me continue to grow my company with Beta 18. That's it for now. I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.